Now that you've completed your research paper, we're going to complete the research rubric. Scroll down in Content and download the research rubric. It looks like the other rubrics that you're used to seeing for this class. We're going to use the rubric to do a self-review on our research paper. We're going to begin with the works cited content and formatting. So scroll down to the bottom of your paper and let's look at the works cited page. The works cited page will begin a new page in your document. It'll begin with the works cited title. Notice here that the works cited entries should be completed with attention to detail and critical thought. Only named authors should be in the author section. The first author's name will be flipped, divided by a comma, but other authors are not flipped. The author section ends with a period. Next, the article title is in title case and in quotes, with end punctuation inside the quote mark. The other stuff section includes a minimum of the website in title case in italic with no dots, followed by a comma. The sponsor or owner of the site, followed by a comma. The best date available, followed by a comma. And the complete URL of the article without a hyperlink. This section ends with a period. Each entry has a hanging indent, meaning that the first line of the works cited entry is on the left margin and any additional lines are indented. Everything on the works cited page will be double spaced without any additional spacing between entries. Note here, this should be set to 0, 0, double. Looking at this one, I do see a couple of little minor issues. Notice here, pocket sense. Pocket sense may have been written like this on the website, but pocket sense is 2 words. There should be a space between these words, and it should be in title case. The same for this area. Pocket sense is 2 words, and it should be in title case. The same issue has happened in this entry. A. Heinz 57 is 3 words, not 1 word. A. Heinz 57. And then here, Pets in Texas should also be 3 words. The other works cited entries look good here, and they're in alphabetical order. Let's look at the next area on our rubric. This area covers 2 rules, the end and location. The end of each use of a source is clearly noted with a citation in parentheses that includes location information. The end punctuation will come after the citation, and the abbreviation used for paragraph is consistent throughout. If we go back up to the body of the essay, the source uses should be highlighted, so they'll be easy to find. To check for this area of the rubric, all we need to do is look at the very end of each source information. Is there a citation in parentheses that includes location information? Is the abbreviation for paragraph consistent? This one is lowercase para, and does the citation end with a period? Citation, location information, consistent abbreviation, period. Citation, location, consistent abbreviation, period. Go through and check the rest of your document now to make sure you've followed these rules consistently throughout your document every time you've used a source. Our next rule is the introduction. If the source has an author, the source should be introduced by the author. Authors should never be referred to by first name. If the source does not have an author, it's introduced by the website in italic with an explanation that it is a website. Let's check this rule now. According to Laura Maloney is an author. The PETA website points out that PETA is a website. The part that was in italic in the works cited entry is still in italic, and we've noted that it is a website. Author, website, in italic with a note that it is the website. Check the rest of your document to ensure you followed this rule throughout every time you've used a source. Next, we're going to check the first word rule. If there's an author, nothing else will be done to the source. If there's no author, the first word of the works cited entry will be in the citation in front of the location information. It will still be in quotes because it's part of the article title. So looking at our essay, this one has an author, so there's nothing else in the citation. This one does not have an author, so the first word from the works cited entry has been used in front of the location information in the citation. It's still in quotes because it was part of the title. Author, nothing else in the citation. No author, so the first word of the works cited entry has been included in the citation in front of the location information, and it's still in quotes. Double check the rest of your essay now to ensure that you've used the first word from the works cited entry in the citation in front of the location information, but only for your sources that did not have an author. The last thing we need to check on our rubric are content and conventions. This is going to include all of the required revisions that you were supposed to do after you got your feedback on your essay. It'll include the perfect formatting of the document. It will include making sure that when you added your source information, you added it in the correct location, not as the first sentence or the last sentence, and making sure that when you pasted in your information, it did not begin a new paragraph. I'll also be looking to make sure that none of the source information you used contains any no-no words. The no-no words are the first and second person pronouns, contractions, and other errors. Just because it's part of your source information does not mean that it's allowed to be incorrect. Remember, if there are any no-no words in the part of the source information that you intend to use, you can pop that word in square brackets and change it to an acceptable word or word form. As always, there should be no confused meaning or difficulty understanding a sentence or the meaning of a sentence. Go ahead and double check your essay now to make sure you don't have any no-no words or improper content or conventions. Once you've completed going through the rubric on your essay, don't forget to highlight the areas that you had trouble with or areas that you had to make corrections on as you were moving through your research paper. Once you've completed the rubric and you've done your highlighting, make sure to save it as a Word document or a PDF, and in your weekly content links, you will submit the research rubric as an attachment. Then, after you've made all of the corrections to your research paper, it should look similar to this. You will save this document as a Word document or a PDF and submit it for your major research. Next week, we'll begin the mastery phase.